Algebra 2, there is something I left off on accident from Lesson 5. So this is Lesson 5, Part 2, and it is still on matrices. Guys, I left off 2 pieces, and I got to make sure you know them because it is on your homework. So here we go. 2 things I left off was each number in a matrix is an element with a unique address. And you guys need to be able to read it and know what they are. So for example, if I have 2 by 2, remember they're named by rows, and up here I will have columns. So let's say I'm going to name each spot. So this would be A subscript 11, A12, B11, B21, and B22. Now I need to go over these. A11 is not A11. Like, I don't want you to read it that way. A11 means row 1, column 1. It's an address, okay? So A subscript 11, I know that's what it looks like, really means look at the element in row 1, column 1. So it's referring to the top left. So B22 means row 2, column 2. So it would refer to the second row and the second column. It would refer to the item here. So to make sure we understand this, I'm going to give us 2 matrices that we're going to use in a couple problems. So 1, -6, and 4. 7, 5, -2. And B, whoops, I should put an equal sign there, my apologies. B equals 0, -11, -6, 2, 1, and 14. And if I asked you to find A subscript 31 plus B subscript 31, I am not finding A31. I'm finding the number that's in this position. So A, row 3, column 1. So row 1, row 2, here's row 3, column 1. B31 would refer to matrix B, row 3, column 1. So they're asking me to simply add 4 plus -6, which equals -2. So the answer would be -2. So if you see that in your homework or on a test, it's referring to the address or position of the number. The next part I failed to cover, I skipped right over it because I was going fast, is scalar multiplication. There we go. Multiplication. And that's when we multiply each element by a constant. So, for example, if I said I'd like you to do 2, then bracket -3, 4, 12, -8. This means to multiply each number by 2. So I would do 2 times -3, 2 times 12, 2 times 4, and 2 times -8. And that would give me a matrix of -6, 24, 8, -16. Okay, so let's try that in an example similar, but a little bit more complicated. So for example, I'm going to give you the same matrices I gave you above. So matrix A is 1, negative 6, 4, 7, 5, negative 2. And B is the same one as up above. 0, negative 11, negative 6, 2, 1, 14. And I'm going to ask that you find what 3A minus 1/2 B. Okay, those are the directions. So that would mean that I'm going to take 3 and I'm going to multiply it by matrix A, which is 1, negative 6, 4, 7, 5, negative 2. And they want me to subtract 1/2 times matrix B. Now, if you want to use your calculators for this, you don't need to with 1/2. 1/2 is a nice number. Okay, I'm simply taking half of each number. If you're using your calculator, you can make 1/2 0.5. But here's how I'm going to simplify it. I'm going to multiply 3 times everything in the first matrix. So 3 times 1 gives me 3. 3 times negative 6 is negative 18. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 7, 3 times 5, 3 times negative 2. Now, for the next one, I am multiplying, this is a negative 1/2. So I am multiplying each by a negative 0.5. Okay? So negative 1/2 times 0 is just 0. However, negative 1/2 times negative 11 is a positive 5.5. A negative times a negative. So that's why I'm changing this to a positive, because I'm going to end up adding whatever result I get. Negative 1/2 times a negative 6. A negative times a negative is a positive, and half of 6 is 3. Negative 1/2 times 2, that's half of 2, which is 1, but a negative times a positive gives me negative 1. Negative 1/2 times 1 is just negative, I'm going to put 0.5. Negative 1/2 of 14 would be negative 7. Now I'm going to add these two matrices together, and I get 3 plus 0 is 3. 21 minus 1 is 20. Negative 18 and 5, that's going to take a little work, right? So hold on. Negative 18 plus 5.5, I didn't do that one earlier, is negative 12 point, I'm going to space that out, sorry. Negative 12.5. 15 and negative 0.5 is positive, I got to space these out. What was I thinking? Sorry, positive 14.5. 12 plus 3 is 15. Negative 6 minus 7 is negative 13. And so that would be the result. So I hope that helps, helps you guys do some homework problems in the future.